The earnings, the first quarter numbers of Reliance, those came out not too long ago. The profit after tax and the revenue for Reliance has come in below estimates, below what the street was estimating for sure. But its oil and gas revenue has seen a big boost. The consolidated profit after tax has risen. It's gone up 46% year on year. And revenues have risen around 53% this time. But it's the O2C segment which has become a big miss, especially when you consider the EBITDA. Mukesh Ambani on his part says, and I quote him here, despite significant challenges posed by the tight crude markets and higher energy and freight costs, the O2C business has delivered its best performance ever. That's a word coming in from Mukesh Ambani. Now, what are the other numbers telling us? From looking at them deeply and doing that kind of dive with the experts a few moments ago, let's find out from my colleague who's joining us from our research team. Shomit Sarkar is here, and he's here to tell us about the numbers. So, Shomit, do some number crunching for us and tell us how it's looking for Reliance this time for the first quarter, because as far as street estimates go, there is a miss over there, isn't there?
Well, compared to the street estimates, it's a big miss that Reliance Industries numbers we are looking at, especially on the EBITDA and the net profit front. The analysts were expecting the EBITDA number to come in at close to 41,600 crore rupees, but the company has reported an EBITDA of only 38,000 crore rupees. Similarly, on the net profit front, if you see, the analysts were expecting the net profit to be around close to 24,300, but the actual number reported by the company is close to 18,000 crore. But if you if you see the segment-wise performance, there you can clearly see is the O2C segment which has reported a big miss in its number. Analysts were expecting the O2C segment's EBITDA to be close to around 23,500, but the company has actually reported an O2C EBITDA of only 19,900 crore rupees. Now, this could be on the back of two possible reasons. Firstly, it's the fact that the company could not fully realize the benefits of higher Singapore gross refining margins in the first quarter, and the second reason could be in the first quarter of FY23, the company might have recorded some inventory loss which could have led to this miss on the O2C segment. Now, if you see the retail segment performance, that was pretty much in line with the analyst estimates. Q-on-Q basis, if you see the retail segment, EBITDA has increased by nearly 4%, while the oil and gas exploration business, now that has reported a strong set of numbers. The oil and gas exploration EBITDA has increased by nearly 76% on the back of higher volumes and higher gas prices in the first quarter of FY23 for Reliance Industries.
What about Reliance Jio, Shomit? As far as margins go, there is a small dip over there. Their subscriber base has been rising. How are the numbers looking on the Jio front this time?
For Reliance Jio specifically, if you see the company's revenue, net profit, EBITDA, all numbers have been pretty much in line with what the street was expecting. Yes, the company has reported an increase in their subscriber base after seeing a decline for the last 3 consecutive quarters. In the first quarter, on a Q-on-Q basis, their subscriber has increased by nearly 9.9 million. Also, the company's ARPU has increased by nearly 5% to close to 176 rupees per user per month. Now, this is on the back of the fact that there was some residual benefit coming in of the tariff hike that the company had taken earlier in the third quarter of FY22, some residual benefit coming in, because of which the ARPU number has increased. And yes, the EBITDA margin has slightly declined in the first quarter on a Q-on-Q basis, and that could be because of the cost inflation factor. But to sum it up, the entire Reliance Industries numbers on the Jio front, retail front and the oil and gas exploration front, the numbers are pretty much in line with the street estimates, but the O2C segment has reported a big miss on the EBITDA front for Reliance Industries.
That's going to be the headline as far as Reliance numbers are concerned, the big miss on the O2C front, especially when you consider its EBITDA. But Shomit, thanks very much for joining us, walking us through Reliance's numbers, which came out not too long ago.